So how do you critique yourself giving a speech or presentation? How do you critique others? One of the first things people say to me when they come into an in-person training with me is, DJ, rip me apart, tear me apart, I want to hear it. They think that me just telling them 72 things they did wrong is going to help. And the problem is it just doesn't work that way. Sure, I or any professional skilled presentation coach could come in and tell somebody 182 things they're doing wrong, but would that actually improve them? Here's the technique I use. I urge you to do the same thing, whether you're critiquing a video of your own presentation or if you're critiquing someone else. I recommend really looking at it with open eyes, and for the first take, just focus on what you like. Just focus on what you're doing well. Focus on mistakes other people make that you're not making. In fact, when I'm working with someone for a full day of public speaking training or presentation training, the first time they've reviewed themselves on video and I ask for their feedback, I specifically do not allow them to even talk about the negatives, what they don't like. I start off by saying, tell me everything you like about what yourself. Now, sometimes they say, well, teacher, I didn't like anything. In which case, others in the room will comment, I'll comment. But most people in the world are doing most things well. Their speaking speed may be fine. Their volume might be fine. They may be moving their head and their face well. They may have a conversational tone of voice. Here's what happens. Most people fixate on the flaws. They can be doing 27 things well, 1 or 2 things wrong. And all they do is say, oh my gosh, I said 2 ums. I'm awful. I'm horrible. I'm horrific. Let me just cancel the speaking engagement. No, that's not what you want to do. Whether it's yourself or you're working with a colleague, my recommendation is focus on what you like. Focus on what is working. And then and only then, after you've done another take or 2, focus on the specifics that you don't like. Now here's the next step of this process. So let's say you've recorded it once, you've isolated all the strengths that you like, you've done it again, you've watched it, you've come up with your criticisms, and now maybe there are 7 things you don't like. You don't like that your hands were frozen. You don't like that your eyes look down at your notes too much. You don't like that you seem rushed. There may be 7 things you don't like. What I would recommend is practice again. Don't try to solve all 7 problems. Focus on just one thing. One thing at a time. Record it, review it, critique it, try to make improvement, and keep doing it. Try that approach until you get to the point where you like what you see on video. That's really the most effective way to coach yourself and anyone else.